Hey there, I'm Raquel Richards, and this is What Are You Drinking?
Come sip with me for 10 minutes or less.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please drink responsibly.
On this episode, we're going to discuss how to host the perfect wine and cheese tasting party. Now, this is the type of party I enjoy. Whether you're a wine enthusiast or just looking to impress your friends, the tips I'm going to give you will elevate your wine gathering game. Wine and cheese tasting parties are great because they provide an opportunity to explore and, appreciate the complex flavors of wines and textures and cheeses. They're also social. It makes for a social and interactive way to gather with your friends or family because they create conversation and bonding over shared experiences. Additionally, these parties can be educational. They allow guests to learn about the art of pairing wines with complementary cheeses to enhance the tasting experience, because it's very true. Wine does complement food. First, this is my suggestion, is create a cozy ambience with dim lighting and soft music. In my case, I prefer deep house or chill house. Use wine glasses specific to each wine varietal to enhance the tasting experience. This is very important, especially if you want your wine and cheese tasting party to be memorable and people to remember your party as being the best. Here it is. A wide rim for red and a smaller rim for white. Stemmed or non-stemmed glasses, that's your preference. Right now, the trend is the stemless glasses. I suggest also provide water and plain crackers to cleanse the palate between tastings. And pairing cheese with wine can elevate the tasting experience. We're not spitooning here. We're actually drinking. So you need to provide something in between the cheeses and the wine to cleanse the palate. So that's what the water and the plain crackers are meant to be. And plain as in no salt, non-salted. And offer a selection of cheeses that complement the wines being tasted. So here we go. Cheeses that go with red and white or white are very important. So I'm going to start with the red. So I'm going to start with Merlot. Merlot is a medium-bodied red wine with flavors of plum, cherry, and chocolate. It pairs well with semi-soft cheeses like Gouda, Havarti, and Edam. These cheeses have a creamy texture and a mild, nutty flavor that complements the fruitiness of the Merlot. Second is the Shiraz or Syrah. A Shiraz is a bold, full-bodied red wine with flavors of blackberry, pepper, and spice. It pairs well with aged cheeses like Gouda, Gruyere, and Parmesan. The sharpness of these cheeses balances the richness of the Shiraz. And last red I'm going to talk about is the Cabernet Sauvignon, my favorite. Cabernet Sauv is a full-bodied red wine with flavors of blackcurrant, tobacco, and cedar. It pairs well with hard cheeses like aged cheddar, Manchego, and Pecorino Romano. These cheeses have a robust flavor that stands up to the intensity of the Cab Sauvignon. Now, your white wines. Sauvignon Blanc, one of my favorites. Sauvignon Blanc is a crisp, acidic white wine with flavors of citrus, green apple, and grass. It pairs well with fresh cheeses like goat cheese, feta, and mozzarella. These cheeses have a tangy flavor that complement the acidity of Sauvignon Blanc. Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio is a light-bodied white wine with flavors of pear, lemon, and green apple. It pairs well with soft cheeses like Brie, Camembert, and Fontina. These cheeses have a creamy texture and a mild flavor that enhances the fruitiness of the Pinot Grigio. Last, white, the Chardonnay. Chardonnay is a medium to full-bodied white wine with flavors of peach, melon, and vanilla. It pairs well with semi-hard cheeses like Gruyere, Swiss, Monterey Jack. These cheeses have a rich, nutty flavor that complements the buttery notes of Chardonnay. Now, that's my cat in the background. He's all about cheese, trust me. So when I say the word, here he comes. Buttery cheese, buttery notes of Chardonnay, that's usually an oak Chardonnay. I prefer an unoaked Chardonnay just because I find the oak Chardonnay is heavy. But either or, these cheeses will complement that. So next, you want to select a theme. Focus, like a theme to focus on your tasting. It could be a specific region, a grape varietal, or even a blind tasting challenge to tickle the guests' palates, shall I say. And when pouring the wine, start with the lightest and work your way to the full-bodied wines. encourage guests to swirl, sniff, and sip, discussing their thoughts and impressions. The swirl lets the bouquet out, and the sniff is on your nose, and then you sip that flavor. Wine tasting is, it's not just about the wine. It's about the conversation, laughter, and shared memories. I mean, let's be real. It's an excuse to gossip and chat, and have a good time. It's an excuse to get people together. Now, I suggest to uncork 4 bottles, 2 white, 2 red. And I also suggest to invite your friends to bring at least, 4 friends. So you bring a bottle, someone else brings a bottle, someone else, because then you're saving yourself on cash. But you can pick a varietal, you can pick a region, everybody goes and gets that wine. And then you can let people know which cheese to bring to pair with that wine, because it can be really expensive to do a wine and cheese tasting party on your own. You're going to be at like $500 before you know it. And that's Canadian. And that's what I have to say about how to host the perfect wine and cheese tasting party. Check out What Are You Drinking on Threads at @what_are_you drinking. The R is the letter R. What are you drinking? I'm Raquel Richards. Thanks for sipping with me. Drop me a comment on Threads and let me know, what are you drinking? Until next time, cheers.